John Muschel, writer and director of The Great Fire. The Great Fire is a piece about the Great Chicago Fire. The story that ultimately for the city of Chicago is our creation myth. And that's really the angle that I'm interested in and that I sat down to work on the piece from. The idea of who we are and why we're here and our identity is really why a creation story is told. Every creation story really interacts with that question of how did we get to be in the place we're at today. And for the city of Chicago, the Great Fire is very obviously where we came from. It tells how we have come to be Chicagoans.
Hi there, I'm J. Nicole Brooks. I am an ensemble member here at the Lookingglass Theater Company, and I am also the directress for Mr. Ricky Calls a Meeting. Mr. Ricky Calls a Meeting is an astonishing play written by a New York-based playwright named Ed Schmidt, and it's a fictionalized account of a meeting between these historical giants on the eve of Jackie Robinson being named to the Brooklyn Dodgers. I have a love of baseball. My family, we all went to White Sox games growing up. And I think as a kid, and now as an adult, I took for granted that everyone went to see baseball. A lot of children don't see baseball anymore, and that makes me sad. What I'm hoping to achieve with this production is that we get a greater sense of community and just sort of revel in our love for this great American pastime and this really important discussion on race and politics and where we are and where we've come from.
Hi, my name is Andy White. I'm the writer of the Book of Eastland, an original play and original musical that will take place here in the summer of 2012 at the Lookingglass Theater Company in the Water Tower Waterworks, not 8 blocks away, I might add, from where the event that inspired the play took place, on the Chicago River between Clark Street and LaSalle. On the morning of July 24th, 1915, a boat full of employees from Western Electric and their families were getting ready for their annual outing, their company outing across the lake. And at about 7:30 in the morning, the boat tipped over and landed and just sat there in the mud of the Chicago River, and within a few minutes, more than 800 people were dead. So all 3 of our shows this season are looking at tipping points in history, and 2 of them anyway, Chicago history. This one really looks quite literally at the tipping point, the moment when the boat tipped over, and both what happened before and its immediate aftermath. But I am interested in how we know when the boat is tipping and whether we know whether that's your emotional stability or whether that's a historic event, a literal, actual boat. I'm really interested in both the very specific and literal tipping point with this particular story, as well as how it applies to tipping points in our lives more generally.